Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a boring and dull moment in crypto, that is for sure. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today we've got some interesting stuff with Ripple and XRP, of course. That is a given on my channel. There are some interesting things coming out about PayPal. Obviously, we're still recovering from Gary Gensler's onslaught of crypto in the United States, which has affected the entire market. It's amazing. They're really out to protect retail investors. He just destroyed portfolios yesterday. Absolutely crazy. There's a whole heap of interviews I'm going to play from last night on CNBC as well. We've also got some updates in relation to, obviously, the Super Bowl upcoming as well, and no crypto being in the whole Super Bowl thing, which was like last year, which was chaos. But anyway, let's get straight into the video because there's a lot to get through. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I love documenting my journey with investing, with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are getting wild in this space. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. All right. So make sure you give it a good thumbs up down there. It doesn't cost you anything. I'll wait for you. Thank you very much, you guys. Absolutely rock. Also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence for this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that, as we've all seen again with Gary Gensler making that announcement yesterday. Anyway, that is it, guys, and so please do your own research and due diligence. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and yes, the formalities are out of the way. Let's go straight to the community tab. I did have some altcoins that were up in the portfolio. We had Loopring up 12.43%, Hedera's at 10% today, the Graphs at 9.02%, Nervos Network at CKB up 8.41%, and Shiba Inu at 4.28%, which again, Shiba Inu's been just hovering in the background, making some gains. Anyway, let's go to Coinspot. This is where I buy my cryptos in Australia. There is a referral link below. Please feel free to use that. You will get $10 in the OG right here. Bitcoin, the commodity. This will go to $1 million probably in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm very bullish on that, and obviously do understand its real world utility as, you know, preserving people's wealth. And again, there is a finite supply. Anyway, 31,000 Australian dollars, and everything else is set to USD. Ethereum's at 2,200 today. You've got XRP at 56 cents. Solana's at $30 right now. Dot's at $9, which is nice. Chainlink is at $10. XLM is up slightly today, 1.18 to 12 cents. You've got Aptos up 3.36 to $20. Hedera's at 12 cents as well. Moving down, you've got Near up slightly today as well to $3.35. ALGO's at 37 cents. You've got Quant at 196. Just will not go back down. Internet Computer, $7.67. I did buy that last week as well. The Graph's up 7.81%, which is nice. I think we will start to see this coming back up with the AI stuff anyway. 23 cents. Can't complain about that. Moving down, Axie's at $15. Some other favorites, of course, are IOTA. Banking coin, 34 cents. Moving down, you've got AGIX, which again, I do have a bot set up in the Patreon page. Go check that up. Link below, 61 cents. And of course, Casper at 5 cents. Some other gems right here, of course, XDC, Sinfin, very undervalued at 3 cents. That is an absolute monster. Now, Gala, again, down 6 to 6 cents as well. And again, FET was one that I was looking at the other day because of all the AI hype, so I'm looking to invest into that as well. So that is it for Coinspot. Let's go to Crypto Bubbles, and again, the Wall Street Bull University is linked below. I put up all my buys, my sells, my trades. Again, my crypto trading bots, which are all set up basically in the group, and as well as my dividend investments, which is very bullish because it provides cash flow. Link is below to that. Feel free to join up. Let's go on the day here on Crypto Bubbles. Now, again, I did start a bot yesterday on IOTA, and this freaking thing crashed 14%. So, very annoying. But anyway, I did try to trade that. Didn't plan out as that well, to be quite honest. And, of course, we've got some gainers. Hedera's up 13% today, 16 on the week, still up 89% on the month. That is definitely a sleeper in my opinion. Loopring 20.3% up today, USD to 40 cents. And of course, there's some other ones here. Flare's making some moves, 9.1 on the day, 1.2 on the week, and is negative 20.3 on the month. Not that I'm worried about that. Some other ones here, of course, we've got IMX as well, Immutable X, I should say, 9.6 on the day, 1.3 on the week, and 103% on the month, which is nice to see that insane gainage right there. Again, there's still incredible opportunity. And again, I want to point out to everybody that I was buying these assets at 70 to 80% of what you're seeing them valued at now. I mean, XRP, $2, dollar cost averaging. Axie Infinity was $80 Australian. Quant was $400. Internet Computer was $140 or $45, around that price range. So again, the prices that I see now is still incredibly cheap in my opinion. So I'm dollar cost averaging. It's not financial advice. Setting a small amount, buying little bits every single week until the bull market is in full swing. You will miss those opportunities if you're not taking it right now. Anyway, moving down, we have community urges Coinbase to relist XRP as CEO fights for staking. Brian Armstrong is coming out swinging against the SEC, but I honestly believe that given the fact that they have actually a registered security on the New York Stock Exchange, coin or whatever it is, they've got to be in the good books with Mr. Gary Gensler, who is single-handedly destroyed the crypto yesterday, literally just like that. And this is what I'm saying. How can that be beneficial to retail investors, mate? Issuing $30 million infringement or fine to Kraken and then forcing them to settle and then basically crashing the crypto market. So people lost money yesterday. Really good, Mr. Gary Gensler. And we'll get into an interview with him as well. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, amid the the Coinbase cryptocurrency exchange standing up for crypto, staking, and economic freedom, the online community has also urged the company to support XRP. And on Feb 9th, Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal claimed that Coinbase's staking program is not affected by rival exchange Kraken shutting down its staking services. The executive argued that Kraken's staking platform was essentially offering a yield product, while Coinbase's staking services are fundamentally different and are not securities. Anyway, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong took to Twitter, which we did see yesterday, and basically to declare that the exchange will continue to oppose the government when it comes to protecting services like staking. He complained about the lack of clear staking regulations, adding that we will keep fighting for economic freedom. Our mission at Coinbase, some days being most trusted brand in crypto, means protecting our customers and government overreach. Maybe he should step in and make an appearance in the Ripple case. Like literally himself go and speak to the both parties right here and the judge in particular. And the community was quick to react to Armstrong's economic freedom ambitions right here, with many criticizing Coinbase for staying away from XRP delisting the crypto in 2020. The decision to suspend trading came in response to the SEC charges right here, taking legal action against Ripple, alleging that the firm violated securities laws, which again, that is not going to stand up in court. And I hope the judge sees this. Is delisting XRP a good example of Coinbase protecting customers from government overreach? One crypto enthusiast asked on the Twitter thread, and the community has also once again pushed to relist XRP hashtag on Twitter, with many people stressing that XRP has been declared, not yet been declared a security, and following more than 2 years of the Ripple battle with the SEC. If Coinbase really wanted to show that they are standing up against the SEC, they would simply relist XRP. And I mean, seriously, it has not even been declared a security. Facts. Coinbase had Brian Armstrong right here, are nothing but a bunch of cowards. I don't know. What do you think about that? Honestly, it is not a security. It hasn't been ruled a security. And again, as I just mentioned before, I think Brian Armstrong's playing safe card here, basically because he's on the New York Stock Exchange. Coinbase is a publicly listed company, which basically is under a lot of scrutiny from Mr. Gensler and his team of goons. Anyway, we have a former Ripple's chief engineer slams a CBDC on XRP Notion, which again, I'm not big on CBDCs anyway, but Nick Bugalis right here, former director of engineering at Ripple, commented on the much debated topic on how CBDCs run on the XRP. Bugalis right here said that the idea is absurd, to say that at the least, given that XRP is a digital asset, not a technology. Facts. In addition, that the cryptographer said that all absurd predictions and outlandish claims that made on the future of XRP are actively circulating in the community and silly hopium nonsense. Anyway, it's very weird the way this is written. But anyway, it seems that one leading developers on the current ecosystem around XRP was angry specifically at the misinterpretations. Thus, the correct wording of the notion would be CBDC running on the XRP ledger, which is distributed ledger technology. And the thesis was then picked by another former Ripple official, Matt Hamilton. These guys should just work for Ripple because they just non-stop commenting on it, really. Basically, once director and developer of relations in the company, he in turn said that many people now refuse to understand that the difference between XRP and the XRP ledger, which further creates many misconceptions. Continuing his rant, Bogalis nevertheless confirmed that he had participated in meetings defining Ripple's strategy for so-called state cryptocurrencies. And a CBDC, a crypto company's interest in direction of CBDCs has become increasingly concrete of late. And over the past year, Ripple has managed to fit in with the digital dollar, pound, and euro initiatives. According to its last quarterly report, the company expects to see further work on CBDCs from global central banks, while it is itself actively recruiting blockchain specialists to work on projects in this area. I don't know, man. I'm not bullish on CBDCs at all. And of course, you've got Brad Garlinghouse, the legend, basically weighing in on global crypto adoption after the SEC clampdown right here. But Brad Garlinghouse, CEO and legend of blockchain payment, fights the US SEC in court over the status of XRP, believes there is a lot of positive news in terms of crypto adoption worldwide. He made these comments following the recent crackdown of the Securities Exchange Commission of Kraken right here, basically. But there's a lot happening around the world. You know, again, I mentioned this yesterday, but South Korea is making moves. Australia in itself is making giving crypto regulatory framework and moving positively in the right direction. And the United States is literally the only country on the planet that is so anti-crypto. And you're going to want to hear Gary Gensler speak about this on the interview last night that I watched with CNBC. Crazy. Stick around for that. Payment giant PayPal held over $600 million worth of crypto last quarter, mostly in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and basically held hundreds of millions of dollars worth of crypto assets last quarter, Bitcoin and ETH. According to PayPal's annual financial report, the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, the payments platform held $604 million worth of digital assets, $291 million worth of Bitcoin, and $250 million worth of Ethereum. And again, due to the unique risks associated with cryptocurrencies, including the technological, legal, and regulatory risk, we recognize the crypto asset safeguarding liability to reflect our obligation to safeguard the crypto assets held for the benefit of our customers. Interesting. You don't see the SEC going after them, do you? Anyway, which is recorded in accrued expenses and other current liabilities on the consolidated balance sheet. I mean, PayPal has its moments. I'm not very big on PayPal with my e-commerce business because, again, things just happen with PayPal. I had a substantial amount frozen by PayPal, and I've been with PayPal for 20 years, like no joke, right? Business account, all checked out, all paperwork, documents, business stuff submitted to them. They froze the money. Held up my e-commerce business for over a week and then just decided to release it. Again, I had to make a formal complaint about them to the financial regulator here in Australia because what they're doing is just crazy. And it happens so much with PayPal. That is why I'm only using them for very, very small transactions. All right. So again, be careful with PayPal. They're not too kind to e-commerce businesses. Anyway, the SEC did not consult industry before Kraken crypto staking charges. It's so hypocritical of Gary Gensler and what he says in many interviews, but the SEC commissioner spoke a day after Kraken settled charges with the regulator that its US staking service was an unregistered securities offering, and which is really interesting right here. But have a look at this. Hester Pierce basically said this on following. The Securities and Exchange Commission did not attempt to consult with crypto industry before launching this week's unregistered securities crackdown on staking as a service. Speaking at a student conference in University of Pennsylvania, Pierce said that the top US investments regulator lawsuit against Kraken Crypto Exchange was the latest example of regulation by enforcement. Basically, Kraken had to pay $30 million to shut down its US staking services right here. It just doesn't make freaking sense. It's just crazy. And Ethereum staking service, I mean, they just moved to POS, proof of stake. So what does that mean? And there's a lot at stake, no pun intended, in how Kraken's settlement with the SEC Commission plays out for the crypto industry. On Thursday, again, they announced a $30 million fine. And moving down to Ethereum, it sounds like something should have been bad for all crypto staking services, but it's not quite how the news landed. The governance tokens for Lido and Rocket Pool, two of the largest pool staking services, soared as high as 11% in a day. And again, it's a sign that the market thinks centralized exchanges and staking intermediaries like Kraken and Coinbase should worry, but not the rest of the industry. In the past day, Coinbase wrapped ETH, right? His selling volume has outpaced buying at a ratio of 3-to-1, according to Gecko Terminal. Staked assets on proof-of-stake networks like Ethereum help the networks running. They are how validators whose hardware stores data and processes new transactions prove they are skin in the game. Validators receive rewards for participating on the networks, but can lose some if they're staked assets for inactivity on other offenses right here. Becoming a standalone Ethereum validator, again, which is crazy, obviously, which is now the largest proof-of-stake network, isn't easy for most retail investors. And again, a user would need 32 ETH worth of roughly $48,000 to do that. How this is all going to play out with the SEC, though, right? So it seems the last part of the problem the SEC had with Kraken's program was the oversimplification of staking to make it less intimidating right here for retail, which there's nothing wrong with that. A section right here of the SEC's complaint takes issue with the fact that Kraken itself determined the returns that its customers would receive, as opposed to the variable rate of rewards determined by the protocol. So how's this going to be determined basically with Ethereum and its proof of stake? I'm wondering what's going to happen, but we all know that Ethereum got a free pass with Gary Gensler as well, mind you. So keep an eye on that as well. Coinbase, Kraken, and eToro confirmed they have no Super Bowl ads. So again, the Super Bowl is happening this weekend. It's going to be very interesting. And yes, we have some Australians in the Super Bowl playing for the Eagles. So I will be watching that probably on Monday morning at the office. I always do every year. But 2 Australians will take the field in the Arizona for the Super Bowl on Sunday night before the television audience of hundreds of millions of people around the world. And again, it's very nice to see some Aussies playing in the NFL. All power to them. I hope they win a Super Bowl ring. I would love one. Please send me one. It would be incredible. Anyway, cryptometer.io. Let's have a quick look here. We've got money flowing into Ethereum, Bitcoin, Tron, Sheeb, Matic, Aptos right here, BNB. You've got Hedera, Rose, Ethereum Classic. And that is pretty much it. Now, let's go to Twitter because I want to play these interviews with the Lizard Man right here. But anyway, I'm at the Wall Street Bull Oz. Go follow me there. I'll be giving this away basically when I hit 100,000 subs on YouTube. And again, this will happen. Ripple will overtake Ethereum and soar to new all-time highs right here. And again, you don't want to be missing out on this train or this plane. Believe me, it's going to be crazy. And this is interesting, but the UK Prime Minister prefers Bored Apes. Have a listen to this. I don't know if this is real. Just have a listen to it.
Basket of
Bored Apes or CryptoPunks?
Bored Apes.
Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Oh, God. I do basket of cryptocurrency.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, the Prime Minister's into cryptos. That's cool. But here's the interview with Mr. Lizard Man right here on his Twitter page. Have a listen to this. Goose. Have a listen to this.
5. So for those who are uninitiated into what happened here, tell it to me like I'm 5. What was Kraken doing and what was the problem that you were trying to solve?
Andrew, what Kraken was doing was asking the American public for their coins, crypto tokens, and saying, I'll give you a return, 4% to 21% returns. And the problem was they were not disclosing to the investing public the risk that the investing public was entering into. And we have a basic bargain in the United States since the 1930s. You can take whatever risks you want. Companies like Kraken can offer investment contracts and investment schemes, but they have to have full, fair, and truthful disclosure. And this puts the investors who watch your program in a better position. That's our basic bargain. They were not complying with that basic law.
So how does this, though, differ, for example, from some of the other firms out there, including Coinbase, who offer yield
Listen to this.
Whether you call it, the labels don't matter. Long ago, Supreme Court Justice Marshall said this so eloquently. It's not about the labels. It's about the underlying economics. And this really should put everyone on notice in this marketplace. whether you call it lend, whether you call it earn, whether you call it yield, whether you offer what's called an annual percentage yield, APY, that doesn't matter. If somebody's taking their tokens and transferring it to that platform, the platform controls it. And guess what happens if they go bankrupt? You stand in line at the bankruptcy court. There's a saying in crypto that says, not your keys, not your coins. So those other platforms should take note of this and seek to come into compliance, do the proper disclosures and registration and the like.
Okay, so but here's one of the big issues, as I think you know, which is this staking service is going to no longer be available to customers in the U.S. But interestingly, they're going to still offer the same product internationally, abroad, outside of the United States. And so it raises this larger policy question as to whether crypto, these types of products just move offshore. Maybe that's what you want and that's a good thing. But then whether what you do about the American citizenry who's then using VPNs and all sorts of other things to skirt around what's happening here.
Look, we're technology neutral at the SEC, but we're clearly very focused on investor protection. 330 million Americans are our clients. These firms, Kraken knew how to register, others know how to register. It's just a form on our website. They can come in, talk to our talented people in disclosure review teams, and if they want to offer staking, we're neutral. Come in, register, because investors need that disclosure. What are you doing with the tokens? Are you trading against the tokens? Are you borrowing against the tokens?
Anyway, I can't listen to that goose anymore. I'm sorry. He's hurt a lot of people with their investments, incredibly with XRP as well. And he crashed the whole market yesterday. A lot of people got liquidated from longing crypto in general, myself included. This is the risks that you take, and that's why I say never invest more than you can afford to lose. Anyway, the biggest companies are still hiring for crypto: Visa, JP Morgan, Nike, and a lot more. Very, very bullish, of course. Now, Gary Gensler, this is one of the congressmen, I believe it is, but won't abide by his own policies to come in and talk. The House GOP will hold him accountable. Today, as promised, our oversight of the SEC Gov begins with the request for documents surrounding their interaction with Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh yeah, can't wait for that one. PayPal suspends crypto stablecoin development right here. And again, thank you to I am the Nick Dealey right here. Thank you for that. That's awesome. And again, it's all Gary Gensler, and I don't want to see him right here anymore. And the Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 48 right now, which is basically neutral. Anyway, let's go to CoinMarketCap. Again, there is a lot happening here, guys. The market's down at the moment, but 1.0 trillion right here again, still holding above that $1 trillion level, which is nice. $54 billion in volume, 41% BTC, 18% Ethereum. And of course, guys, where my portfolio is at, loopering Hbar, LCX right now, the graph, CKB, AGIX, Sheeb, Luna, Harmony 1, which is nice. Where the real money is going to flow, and a lot of people need to have a lot of patience for these coins right here. And again, I'm not going to read them all, but I'm going to go through my favorites, of course. XRP, absolutely going to kill it. Here is the list right here. This is going to absolutely go parabolic. 6,400% in all time. I hope Ripple fights and wins this lawsuit, which they are doing against the SEC and their incredibly ridiculous overreach and abuse of power, which is causing a lot of harm and damage to retail investors. Anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for sticking around. Make sure you join the Patreon and follow me on social media, and I will speak to everyone in the comments and the community tab. Stay safe, guys. Peace. Bye.